Give it a second. Go ahead.
All right. 7 o'clock, we'll do roll call.
Okay, Anderson.
Here.
Espinoza. Here. Graham.
Here.
Kutil.
Here.
Miles.
Here.
And Jackson and Randall are absent with notice.
All right. We'll look for approval of the agenda.
I'll make a motion to approve. Second.
Got a motion and a second for the approval agenda. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We will look for approval of the minutes from the planning and zoning from September 9th, 2025.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second to approve the minutes. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Public comments. Does anything have anything from the public that's non-agenda related? No? That's usually how it goes, okay? Since we've got a few minutes yet before our 7:05 variance hearing, we'll go ahead and go to Mr. Clark.
Okay, so residential, we have 11 open single-family home permits and 1 twin home. And commercial projects, called out about 2 weeks ago, went by the wastewater facility and did a pre-file. And the road ventures up on 1095 Root Trail, did a steel erection on the exterior walls and door insulation. Pro framing up on North Oaks is done a pre-file. In the city park, we're still monitoring the bathroom. And then 1205 North Oaks, they're getting pretty close, ready for frame inspection, so haven't been called quite yet, so
Okay.
just do it.
Alrighty. Kyle.
I believe my report's in your guys' packets, but
Nope.
no.
It's not the end of the month yet, so.
Oh.
Not quite
Basically
there.
dealing with tall grass and weeds, rubbish and junk, low-hanging tree branches over the street and sidewalk, pet licenses, and then animals at large.
Yeah. Teresa, do you have anything to add, since we got a little time to your?
I'll just point out a couple things. My
Report.
report is in your packet. Little update on the Western Avenue project. We had our weekly meeting on that. It sounds like they will finish pouring the west side of the intersection of Diamond Trail and Western this week. We had hoped we would switch over to the other side by the end of this week. Today, it sounds like it's going to be next week. But it'll be shortly here. We'll be getting it. Traffic will be switched totally over to go from the east to the west now, and then we'll start work on the east side, and the city's portion will be done, except for filling in with some sidewalks and the grass, finishing work on it. They fully expect the city's portion of the project, not the state's, to be done before the end of the year, so it'll be done on time. They're still making progress too on the bridge, as they're moving. They're hoping in a couple of weeks they will have the new bridge open, and then they'll continue to work on the ramps and demolition of the old bridge. I don't know if that'll get started this year yet, or if that might be until next year too. So they're making progress on it. The weather's helping that it's been dry, not a bunch of rain, so slow but sure, we're getting there. Also wanted just remind you in your packet, we are having a ribbon cutting for the new wastewater treatment facility. It's this Friday at 10:30, so if you can make it, great. Public's welcome to. If anyone wants to come out to there. I'm kind of excited. Everything's been going great at the plant. Our tests and our sampling have come in way below what our range is, so it's doing an excellent job of clarifying the water, and like I said, our tests are way below our numbers, so far so good. Our new operator is doing great. He's picking up everything really well. You can definitely tell he's worked in a mechanical plant before, so he's catching on really fast. This is only his second week, but is already very comfortable with the sampling and with so very good. And then just a couple other quick little things. We still are looking for a public works assistant position. We're still advertising, haven't quite found a qualified applicant for that. And then just to let you know, we are getting, as we get through all these meetings, we are getting probably by the end of this coming month, we will look at redoing the TIF for the Windsor group up there, now that we're getting everything aligned with the road and annexed in what we need to or whatnot, we can move forward again with that TIF. So hopefully, I'm planning at the end of the month being able to move forward with the revised plan of the TIF and that. As far as the Assam TIF, I talked to Sam Assam a couple weeks ago now. They are, had some questions for me. I think they're still working on looking at updating their TIF as well. They haven't submitted anything for final review from the board, but I think they're still considering the TIF as well. That's about all I have, unless you have questions of anything else that's in my report.
Any updates on Crooks or any of the other towns?
Regionalization?
Yeah.
On regionalization, right now, we kind of we're holding off on any meetings with them. We're doing the study. ISG and 82S is doing a study for the grant portion of it. It's required as part of the grant, basically analyzing all our systems. But they're looking at, what they're going to need as far as regionalization, where they're going to pump to, what's going to be. They're looking at all the scenarios of it. Once we get that data, then we can start to move forward again with regionalization. So yeah, it's definitely what we're planning on doing, but we got to wait till we get this study done in order to keep moving forward. But that's in the works.
Crooks the only one showing any interest?
Crooks, Colton, Lions would like to. That's going to be their own special little animal because right now they are all on septics and they're not really incorporated as a town. So that's going to be a whole other creature in itself to see if we can get them on. But I mean, they would like to eventually. I don't know if it'd be right away on the onset like Crooks and Colton, but definitely Crooks and Colton are interested. We've had some conversations with Humboldt. At first, they kind of weren't interested, but I think now they're showing more interest. Like I said, when we get some numbers from this study, we'll be able to go to each of those communities and say, okay, this is what the most feasible plan is. This is what allocation you could get and utilize. This is what it's going to cost you. I mean, obviously, those are all things that they're very interested in, and to figure out how we can make this work so it works for everybody. But yeah, so a lot of stuff to consider and to get figured out, but definitely, I think we still have interest there. I think we want to. It makes sense, basically getting one central spot to all of us to discharge versus every town having their own little spot. So hopefully we can get it all figured out.
Sounds good.
Okay. Go to number 5, hearing petitions and applications. I look for a motion to adjourn as planning and zoning and reconvene as Board of Adjustments.
I would make a motion to adjourn as planning and zoning and reconvene as the Board of Adjustments for the variance hearing.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? All right, 705 variance hearing, variance request to the city, off-street parking regulations for 702 East 2nd Street, parcel number 23813. Teresa?
Okay, just give you a little quick background. This is a variance hearing for West Central School District. They are in the midst of doing a parking lot improvement project. The information is in your packet. Basically, they would want to expand their parking lot. So they want to add some additional parking, which I would say is kind of more towards their soccer field, I'd say southeast portion. And then the current parking lots that are all along Highway 38, the bike trail there, they are already encroached some into the setback area. They want to encroach a little over a foot more along that way as well. So it does require a variance. Like I said, currently the current parking lot does encroach into the 20-foot setback area, which technically in a residential lot, you're not supposed to, and you don't think about it, but a school is zoned residential, so it's not kind of your normal house lot, it is a school. When that parking lot was originally put in, I do not know for sure, but it's been there for many, many years, so definitely grandfathered in where it's at. And like I said, and with this improvement, they want to add some more space, get some more width to their driveway, so they want to move it closer or encroach a little bit even further into the parking lot. So I don't know if I missed anything, Eric, that...
I don't think so, looking at we're zoned residential. Section 402 does allow for parking lots within 8 feet of the property line. When our engineers worked with city engineers, they wanted to go with section 403 requiring 20 feet of setback, which is fine, and then that would require us to have this variance, but at the same time, we're already breaking it. On the map that I handed out, I don't know for sure what kind of color, but the last page of the packet that I handed out, there's a red dashed line towards the bike trail. That's what our current parking is. And so that is anywhere from 12 feet 8 off of the property line to 13.6. The black line is the proposed and what we would like the project to include. And that goes anywhere from 11 feet 5 inches to 11 feet 7 inches. So asking for about a foot more depending upon the area. And then again, that would continue on for about 6 spots to the east there, or whatever direction that is. By doing that, we get the regular 19-foot stalls for the car, and more importantly, we get the standard 24-foot passing areas, high school kids and cars. You know what that's like. And then the reason for it is our surface is getting worn down, not very good, water's not running out of there. And then 2 years ago, our student population outgrew the current parking lot, so we have selling spots to high school kids, and then requiring some kids that either sign up late or freshmen that are at the end of the deal to park over in the middle school side, and they have to get buzzed in by the secretary. And so just adding a few spots, but we'll encroach a little further into that space, but hopefully add a little safety as well.
Like Eric alluded to, city engineers have looked at it, staff has. They're already encroaching some of the extra foot. I mean, it doesn't cause any safety concerns or line of sight hazards or anything like that, you know, that we would normally look for. So, yeah, we don't have any concerns with them.
Do you know how many parking spots it'll add, or?
I counted it yesterday.
Yeah, just curious.
38-ish.
So you'll have some on that southeast side
Correct.
now?
Yep. Yeah, so each row will gain 4, and then on the north side we'll gain 6, and then
Soccer
the
field
direction,
slash
soccer area.
practice, football practice field?
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll add about 30.
How far will that go down towards the soccer field? Will that be a third of the way or halfway? Or?
Oh, not even. I don't know the exact.
Are they 8 foot
distance.
wide?
8 foot
The spates are 8 foot or 9 foot wide,
Probably
or 8.5 maybe?
8.5, so.
Yeah. So our football practice field kind of gets there, so we couldn't go too much further. So this is the end of heading to the soccer field area.
They're probably only 60 feet at the
That's what I
most,
was
is what
wondering,
they're
if you're gonna be able
extending.
to continue going down to the soccer field.
Yeah, no, this will be the end of it unless we move practice, football and band practice area.
Looks like it's about 60 feet down.
Yeah.
We're guessing 8.5 foot wide parking.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't see any reason on here to, didn't deny, does anybody else have any concerns about it? Teresa, do you need I see in your report you've got,
You know, with variances, you need a reason for it,
Section
and there's
F,
certain
or
criteria.
criteria
I
F.
definitely think this falls under section F for the criteria. There's exceptional and extraordinary circumstances with this property that's not with any other property in that zone. So like I said, they're zoned residential just like a house, but they definitely have different circumstances than what a single-family home would have or what a residence would have. So I think any single-family home is not gonna be putting in a parking lot this size. So I mean, they're definitely unique in their circumstances there, so I think it could fall under criteria F.
I thought it could fall under D.
Are
Probably a
those,
couple of them.
at the end of those parking spots, I see there's 3 really dark spots. Are those for, is that bus or what?
We currently have on cement pad, 3 band trailers that they use for storage and for their props for field shows.
Okay.
So those will move from that east side of the parking lot to along that trail that leads down towards the soccer and move there.
And then all of it gravelled in? Just so it's,
What's that?
gravelled in, is that acceptable with the ordinance?
Well, no, so
It's
where the trailers will be concrete, the rest of
Oh,
the parking lot surface will be asphalt.
Okay.
But those are currently concrete, so we'll replace it with concrete just so a little better surface to work on.
Okay.
All right.
Need a motion to approve the variance?
Yeah, if you want a motion and if you want to reference, I guess whatever section, if you want F, if you
Yep,
want to include
that
F
sounds
in the variance hearing, that's good.
With the courts to make a motion to approve the variance as stated in the paper document, including section F.
I'll second that.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Hearing none, we will go to vote. Anderson,
Yes.
Espinoza,
Yes.
Graham,
Yes.
Keely,
Yes.
and Miles is a yes.
Thank you very much.
You are
welcome.
welcome.
Thank
How long are
you.
you gonna take to do this?
They'll start the day school's out, it's supposed to be completed before registration on August 5th.
I was-
That's what they're promising. so- Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Sounds good,
All
thanks.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
Yes.
All
I
right.
already have that written right here.
There you go, yeah. All right, we will move into the 7:10 appeal hearing.
Close.
We're still in.
No,
No,
this
we're
is on the
still-
Board of Adjustments as
Yeah,
well.
we're still on the Board of Adjustments. The 7:10 appeal hearing for the code enforcement letter that was dated September 4th, 2025, concerning the property at 701 North Vandemark Avenue, parcel ID number 23708. Teresa?
Okay, so this is also a hearing for the Board of Adjustments because under our regulations, if any resident, citizen is aggravated or, believes that this office here did not make a correct decision, they can appeal it to the Board of Adjustment. So that's what this hearing is. Kyle Christensen, our code enforcer, after receiving some complaints on this property, went and inspected it, saw some violations that he considered against the city regulations. A letter was sent out to him, letting them know what our regulations were, and we always send a courtesy letter first stating what the regulations are, and then a time frame to correct. That was the letter that went out on September 2nd of 2025. Copy of that letter is in your packet for your review. And then the tenants that live on the property there, they are appealing that letter. So their appeal also is included in your packet, and the reasonings why they are appealing it and why they're aggravated by it. So I guess I would, if you want to let Penn speak and Kyle speak.
Yeah, we can kind of let both parties
Right,
speak.
exactly. I would, yep.
Just go ahead and just state your name.
Amanda Parker.
Okay? Thank you, Amanda. Go ahead.
I just want to state that most of the things that were on the letter we did fix. The van on the side of the house isn't there anymore.
Okay?
This property is a 125-year-old home with a U-shaped gravel driveway, and it serves as the only access to the back door. We don't have a front door. If every vehicle is forced onto the gravel driveway, it blocks the ingress and the egress, preventing any emergency vehicles and delivery drivers, any visitors from getting to the home safely. And I just respectfully ask the board to recognize that enforcement and fines be stayed pending this appeal. Strict enforcement to this ordinance would cause and would create a dangerous safety issue and does not account for the age and unique layout for this property. For those reasons, I just asked the board to grant relief to allow reasonable vehicle parking next to the gravel driveway, so people can come and go on that gravel driveway safely. I'm currently pregnant, so if I were to have an emergency, which I've had before, in December of last year, I had RSV, and they had an ambulance and a fire truck there, had to try to slowly back out of that driveway, and there's barricades on both sides at the bottom, which makes it difficult instead of driving straight through. That's really all I have.
Okay. All right. Kyle, have you been back out to said property since the letters were sent?
Yes.
Okay, and
I still see the two vans on the grass.
I guess maybe I should ask, when did you go back out there?
I was out this morning and then I took pictures last Thursday, which I believe were in your packet.
Okay,
I think the driveway itself, the maintenance has been addressed. As far as an individual living in the van, I guess that's
okay,
not pursuing that further.
okay.
The only thing left is, parking off of that gravel driveway. I just feel with 180 feet of driveway, about 12 feet wide, based on my GIS measurements, that I feel that there's plenty of room to park. You don't have to resort to parking on the grass. Now the fact there's two entrances, granted they got that retaining wall.
I see
there
that
along
they're
Vandemark.
retaining wall against, on the side that faces Vandemark. Yep. And Amanda, you did say the vans were moved, or?
One was parked on the side of the house for a little bit while we tried to do some things on the yard.
Okay.
We did move it, currently it is next to the gravel driveway.
Okay,
We do have two vans, they look very similar, they're both next to the gravel.
just going through refreshing my mind on the pictures that Kyle took back a couple of weeks ago here.
The gravel driveway is not wide enough to park a vehicle and then drive past that vehicle?
Correct. You would be driving on the grass at that point. There's also like a small shed on one side, so you wouldn't be able to drive over. A couple of those vehicles were also selling. There's a lot of vehicles there currently. Since we're trying to upgrade and switch vehicles.
There's a lot of vehicles there, for what reason?
We had backup vehicles, so one of our vehicles took a crap, so we bought another vehicle.
Oh,
We had
okay.
a spare vehicle. So we're just trying to sell and get rid of and move some of our vehicles.
Do you use the vans every day? I mean,
They are our recreational vehicles.
they are
We
moving.
use-
They're licensed and movable vehicles.
They're
Operating
movable vehicles.
Okay.
So I guess out of all of the kind of things that Kyle wrote in his report, we can take off the last one. I think that Kyle had in his report about possibility of somebody may or may not be living in it. I think that's been addressed. Hopefully there's nobody living in the van. So I think our big crux right now is the parking on the yard. Is that fair to say to
Yeah.
everyone? Is that Don't feel bad, you're not the only people that get in trouble for parking on our yard.
I understand.
I'm not trying to single you out.
Let me ask this one last time. Kyle, you said the other issues have all been resolved?
Yeah.
The broken asphalt, the weeds growing through,
The driveway's been repaired, or?
it's all been?
Yeah, when I last checked, the driveway looked like it was, we whacked down and
So the only
Okay.
thing left in your mind then is parking on the grass?
cracked up.
And how many vehicles do we have parked on the grass?
I saw two vans.
Was that seen?
How many vehicles total are there?
4 maybe.
I'm just trying to look at.
And obviously, you know, our regulations are, we do not allow parking in grass of vehicle, trailers, campers, and like I said, we're not the only people in town
Yeah.
that
No,
we address
that's a
this
pretty common
with.
one.
Yeah, it's a pretty common one until the
So,
snow falls.
they-
Is
and
there
then-
any parking on the street?
I'm gonna say, you know, there is street parking, driveway parking is allowed, driveway parking, street parking. Several people have put in their own parking pads, whether it be an asphalt pad, concrete pad, crushed asphalt, we do allow that, or concrete pavers as well. So, I mean, there are various options, I guess.
So like in your driveway, you could, I know you can park more than one vehicle on there. If you made the road wider, then the next thing is it would all have to be concrete, is that what?
Yeah, so this is a gravel driveway, it's been there for several years.
Right.
It is grandfathered in,
Right.
as it is.
Yep.
Throughout town, we have several, especially in the older part of town.
Yep.
The gravel driveways can stay there as long as they are maintained, you know, grass is growing through, you keep them gravel, you know, you don't let them go in despair. As long as you maintain them, they can keep them. But any improvements, increasing them, changing the size or whatnot, that would have to fall into our current ordinances. So it'd have to be hard surface with either crushed type of material.
And if they want
or
to park in the
asphalt.
grass, they have to put hard
Concrete.
concrete
Right.
pavers
Right,
down.
exactly. If you want to park in the grass, you could
Doesn't count.
pave it with asphalt or concrete, or crushed asphalt or concrete, or pavers, yeah. So that is just what our regulations state.
For now.
So looking at this overview, this aerial map, it appears that there would be room then to do like a parking space back there. Yeah, add a spot for it.
Yeah, it looks like with the layout back there that, being that property's been 125 years, earliest record is 1900. So with the way that that layout is and the drainage, with the way that land is, I don't think it would support doing concrete or pavers without a massive overhaul of the entire property.
And not all that back area is ours, and a lot of that belongs to the daycare centers, the Boyd,
Great Lake.
Great Lake.
And if your vans are working, why don't you just park them on the street?
We have to move them
We
constantly.
don't have a front door access, so
But if you're not, I mean, if you're not actively using the vans,
It would be my understanding I have to move them every day to, like, to show that they're working vehicles, and I'm the only driver who's visually.
I don't think you have to move them every day to make
All
sure
right,
they're.
we gotta be
During the
moving.
summer, you gotta move them,
And
you
then
get
it's
7 days
7
in the same
days.
spot. During the winter, it's only 3, just because of, you know, the snow and ice, yeah. So there is a time frame in which you do have.
Just. Are you planning to get rid of the vans, maybe, or
there's a few
keeping?
vehicles that'll be leaving, but
One of the vans is staying for sure.
Okay.
And then 2 of the vehicles are staying for sure.
And you couldn't park the 2 vans in the middle of the driveway back there, and then each drive in the driveway and back out of the driveway?
the problem is in the middle of the back of the driveway is the access to the door. There's one door to that house.
Okay,
And so blocking that off, even right now, with just one extra vehicle on the driveway, we're still driving on the grass. We have to drive on the grass and back up, and then turn around and go back down the other side.
Or have to back down and try not to hit those retaining walls.
well, if you got 12 feet, you should be able to,
I don't disagree. Backing up's not everybody's forte. some people just turn around instead of backing up.
You'd never make a valet,
I would, but.
I live in a house full of boys that had tons of cars, and my rule was never park on the grass. If we have
Right.
too many cars, you need to get rid of the car.
I think the thing that, you know, the uniqueness of the property and the way that it's set up, I think was set up kind of to be that way. You know, obviously development changed around it as time went on, and it doesn't quite fit for that property the same as it does for a lot of others, just because of the way that it's set up.
So our rub is, you guys park in the grass, whenever we go against that. And then we've got 5 other people here next meeting with going, yeah, or more considering how many letters we send out for parking on the grass. And then we have that to deal with, right?
Well, we're not looking to set a trend, we just want to be able to function safely. Like, so we've already had to use emergency crews, and they had to play, be careful to get that fire truck out of there. And since that moment, we have tried to keep that open.
Right.
Just about function and safety.
Which I understand. And then, you know, the next guy is gonna come in and say he can't park behind his 3rd stall because his grandmother broke her hip or, you know, something, and he's gotta park in the grass. So it's kind of a, we're always gonna hear something. We're just trying to find maybe a solution that appeases both Kyle, us, works for you guys, and then you guys stop getting, the city stops getting calls, right? Because you guys don't want to keep getting letters or paying fines. Nobody wants to fine you. So we're just trying to figure out a way to, hopefully, it may require some changes at the property. I'm not sure what them are quite yet, but something that you guys can live with and we can live with.
I believe the initial issue was when the van was off to the side of the house there, and, you know, we resolved the issue.
Move that to the back, you know,
What's that?
Yeah.
Just
move
move it back.
to the back. I'm assuming
Is
that's,
that, in that southwest corner down there, is that a shed or a garage? That little building in the southwest corner,
probably a shed.
That's a shed, Stacey.
it's a shed?
Well, after you look at it, Kyle, do you have any suggestions or recommendations?
I don't see why you can't pour a parking pad where the vans are parked right now.
Or put
They're
concrete.
parked on grass right now, I don't see why you can't.
To change it into a pad?
Right.
I'm sure
Right, no
any
parking
drainage
pads.
concerns, it's all.
Where they're at, just make a concrete parking pad.
I'll put it on pavers.
That, and I'd love
Or
180
thirty
feet driveway. There's plenty of driveway in my
And
opinion.
so you're not gonna put a concrete pad. I'm assuming they're renting,
Right.
renting the
Yes,
renting
they're
that
the renters.
current
I think
location?
you're the owner of the property,
Yeah.
correct? Yep, yep.
So I have a little proposal, I guess.
Okay,
Inside that foundation there, there was going to be a garage built about 2.5 decades ago. And I started it, and I had a 6-month building permit. And after about 3.5 months, the city canceled it. And then I ended up getting married and moving out of it. My point is that there's a shed in there right now. If we were to move that shed, they could use that as a parking if that was agreeable to everybody.
is the shed,
That's it on cement.
is the shed on cement or no?
No.
Could we put, I'm guessing we probably don't wanna, I see where it may be framed out at one time for a garage, right?
You pour a concrete pad there for parking?
There's not a concrete pad, there's a foundation around it.
And I doubt we're gonna wanna pour concrete there. Is that, I
Wasn't
mean,
planning on it.
right.
Does the shed have, like, what kind of floor does it have, like a gravel
It's just,
floor?
it's
or-
just one of the cheap tin sheds, it's got a wooden floor on it.
Oh.
But it's been there, I wasn't even the one that put it there, one of my renters put it there years ago. And it seems better to me.
Yeah.
But I was just asking how much they use. And they do have some things in there.
Yeah, what?
You have some things in there that are
The
not.
vet shed.
All concrete pavers.
Well, we can move the shed. We can make an announcement.
Yeah, I think, maybe, I'll throw this out here. But I don't know if you guys currently use the shed.
Yeah, she said there's stuff in
A
it.
little bit of stuff in it, some stuff in it.
More lawnmower type stuff.
I mean, ideally, we could either move that current shed and put maybe a new, better shed has better days ahead of it to a different part of the lawn, because we don't need a hard surface for the shed. And then, I doubt we're gonna throw a concrete pad in there, but,
Was that back on the gravel inside of that foundation then?
Yes, as a matter of fact, if you remember, 9 yards used to own that, if anybody's been here long enough to remember that. And that driveway used to go up from the north side of the house all the way out to Highway 38. That used to be the driveway along there. Well, when 9 yards sold it, they divided it up in, I believe, 3 different sections. And then I bought the house, and then, of course, Great Life and all that got bought by Vinnie, I believe it was, back then, and he built that up. But that driveway used to go straight through there all the way up to Highway 38.
So are you saying there's current gravel back by that shed?
There would be underneath, yeah,
Underneath the
underneath the,
wherever the,
I say, so if you bring in some like additional gravel and you kill off the I mean, to me, that would be grandfathered in if it was a gravel, that where they could park on.
And also if that, yeah, garage foundation, if that's been backfilled with gravel, if that got a little, that's some fresh gravel inside of there, would that be a reasonable
Yeah, it's existing.
compromise
so-
here?
Like I say, it's existing, as long as they bring in some more to maintain it, then that would be a place they could park.
Right.
Yeah, whether there's a shed or a
Not be a
vehicle.
violation. That works for them.
You would have to pour concrete, because you have to put gravel.
gravel in there. You may have to get a new shed, updated shed,
Or move that one?
Or
or move that one if it can be moved. It sounds like when
Yeah,
the,
okay.
the second we go to move it, it may just,
we'll figure something out.
okay. I mean,
How wide is that garage?
is it a
Two cars, two stalls?
You know, if I remember, it's 16 by 22, but it's been a lot of years since I measured it. But if I remember correctly, it's 16 by 22.
if we park,
Stall.
type 2 stall it if we're just parking,
Two stall, yeah.
Yeah,
if we're not getting in and out every day.
Right.
I mean, it's probably better than on-street parking.
Yeah.
It gets,
And if you were gonna park something in there and leave it sit for a little bit, it's perfect.
yeah,
it gets a vehicle out of their way.
it gets them out of your way if
Right.
whoever's gotta
Street
come
is out of the way.
in the driveway and people can maybe go around it.
Then you just, if you did need to back out and go down the driveway.
Yeah,
Kind of
then you're backing into the U part of the
That was
driveway.
the original intention of it, putting it.
Yeah, or you back in so you can drive out either way, right?
Well, because if you extend that whole thing and make that, if that whole thing is grandfathered as a driveway,
You
I
can
don't
stack
really
two
have
vehicles end to end there. One in
just
the
where the
garage
shed is.
space and then one right behind it. Sure.
Yeah.
Be able to drive past.
Yeah,
So that would solve, from what I understand, that would solve the city's concern.
Yeah.
I think we could consider a grandfathered in if it originally has it there, just, yeah, like I said, just bring some more gravel in, maintain it, and that gives them a place to park then, so.
Does that seem reasonable?
does that seem, then we're, hopefully everybody's,
Yeah, exactly, and like I said, we just gotta, I
So
think
do we
that
need
would
to
bring
have
them
a-
into compliance where we wouldn't have any issues with other.
yeah,
because it was originally a driveway. and-
Yes.
and the driveway is
And
gravel,
originally
right?
had- yeah,
Do we need to ask for a timeframe?
I would
Have a hard-
probably do that.
What, obviously, you guys are gonna we're probably gonna wanna get it done before
Winter.
too long,
Yeah.
because as the seasons are changing.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I
We have a dump truck, we can get gravel.
Okay, all right. well,
They got a dump truck. They
In the
can
next-
Oh,
Wow.
So we meet every 2 weeks. So do we give them
30 days?
Can you come
30
back?
days?
Yeah, come back with a plan on anything you have.
30 days, maybe it's done in 30 days, and if Kyle, if you want to check on that, that works for you guys, 30 days, it gets the end of October, and hopefully we're good to go.
Is that,
I think that sounds like a great plan.
Okay? Does that sound good to
What's
everybody?
that?
We're getting married in the park here on the 4th.
On Saturday.
You want to do it that morning, or? I'm just kidding. Happy honeymoon. Well, congratulations on that. Yeah, hopefully we can get it taken care of, and then Kyle will be out, so our meeting in October, our last meeting is
See, the second one's 14th, so what, 28th?
28th of October, I believe, is our meeting. So hopefully Kyle, we'll get a report from him. We're good to go. We'll have the vans, or whatever vehicles, we don't really care, parked there, off the grass.
Just
Off the
stand
ground,
for it.
yeah.
Just gotta be off the grass, and we'll be good to go. That works for everyone. Okay?
In the meantime, are we gonna be all right till we get that put up?
As far as fines and
Yeah.
whatnot?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, we got
not
30
whole.
days.
We were not
Yeah.
giving you 30 days to come to compliance, so.
Yeah, we'll give you 30 days, no fines, no nothing. Now, after the 30 days, we may, so,
Just get it,
just, yeah, for everyone's sake,
Take care of it and then
take care of her and we'll have no issues.
Yep.
So, what do we need, Teresa?
I would like a motion that basically says, you'd grant 30 days for them to bring in, into compliance, the existing gravel surface by the shed, or something to that effect, so.
Let someone else take that.
Yeah, what she just says. I'll second it.
I'll make a motion that they have 30 days to get this into compliance, as discussed, with gravel, considering that being grandfathered in.
Perfect.
I got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
I got a second, is there any further discussion? Do we vote on that, Teresa?
Yep.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and vote. Anderson?
Yes.
Espinoza?
Yes.
Graham?
Yes.
Ketel?
Yep.
Miles is a yes. Alrighty. Alrighty, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. All right, I look for a motion to adjourn as Board of Adjustments and reconvene as Planning and Zoning.
Got a motion?
Got a motion and a second to adjourn as Board of Adjustments and reconvene as Planning and Zoning. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Who was the second? Okay,
Stacey,
perfect.
sorry.
Sorry, okay, got it.
All righty, we're back to Planning and Zoning Board. Thank you all for
Changed my
staying.
hat.
Yeah,
Yep, yeah, now you-
all right.
45 minutes.
We are
Fast one.
on our 7:15 annexation hearing. Review the annexation request submitted by the City of Hartford for the right-of-way alongside Colton Road and East Second Street. Teresa?
So this annexation is right around the Windsor property. It's kind of a twofold deal here. We are looking to annex the east side of the Colton Road, basically between Second Street and down to Highway 38. So it'll go along the entire north and south length of the Windsor property, south portion there. We are looking at annexing that because that way, any access off that into the Windsor development is controlled by the City of Hartford, just kind of like Western Avenue. Half of that street belongs to the city, half to the county. What's on the city side, we control the access in and out. County controls it on the other side. We'd like to do that, and the Windsor Group would like us to do it because county has very different regulations as far as access points. You know, there's got to be so many feet, only so many. Counties aren't
spaced
set up
out.
like cities.
Yeah,
They're
you gotta have.
spaced out a lot more
Driveways gotta
further
be
because
further
they're
apart.
in the county, normally. Well, this is a city development where you're going to have several residents in it. County also has the stipulations of traffic studies and whatnot. It's a lot more expensive, more time consuming, Mark would know. So if we can avoid that, we did talk with the county on the onset of this, and it was their suggestion, well, why don't you annex in the east half, and then you can control that access over there. So that's why we're looking at annexing that side. The north portion, Second Street there, we basically, and this is kind of part of that TIF process, we've explained a little bit, you know, originally, we have asked the Windsor Group as part of their TIF to do improvements to Second Street. And so, when they annexed in their land, actually the street did not come with it. And so, basically, the state did a kaput on that TIF. They said, you've got to include that street if you're going to do improvements and pay for those out of the TIF dollars, which makes sense. So we had our city engineers do that H2 plat and that H3 plat. Basically, H plats mean they're right-of-ways. So we can annex in the north portion of that road into the city and to include it in the TIF. Now, the south portion of Second Street, that's been annexed in and already platted out when the Windsor Group did the platting of their development. So that's already in the city and already platted out. So we just got to get that north portion in. After this annexation goes through, basically the Windsor development will be able to we have completely in the city then their south portion of their development, the north portion here, and Second Street. So then they can do improvements on Second Street going forward. And that'll all be part of the TIF development. So that's really what the annexation entails for this.
And it doesn't matter that that area north of H2 is not in city limits?
No, it doesn't. And actually, the people that live there, Ron and Sally Ryder, I've been in contact with them. So this was a township road.
Is it still a township road?
No, we now own it because it's been turned over. So technically, started out as a township road. The property owners on each side of the township road own to the middle of the road. When we platted this out, I talked with writers about, in order to do this project, do improvements on Second Street, which they're all in favor for. They would like to do that at no cost to them. In order to do this, we need to plat this out, and then they need to deed over that H2 plat to the city, which they have done.
Okay.
Windsor Group has done the same. So the city owns those, they've been deeded over to us, those have been filed in the county, the plats have been filed, the deeds have been filed, so, like I said, it is now owned by the city, and we just need to get it annexed into the
The
city.
city owns it, no, you have to annex.
Yeah, exactly, we own it, but now we gotta annex it.
What about H3?
Basically the same thing, that north portion, we needed to plat it out. Windsor Group too, they deeded that over to us, they're all in favor of it as well, so
Because
basically same principle.
that north of H3, we brought that into the city already, didn't we? Or is that-
They did not bring in the street portion of that, they only brought in the land portion of it,
But
so.
yes, that's been annexed.
But yeah, that's been, the land's been
The land-
annexed.
25
It'll be-
acres there, that's been annexed.
Yes, yeah, the two yellow areas, those have been annexed. We're talking about the street though, that we need to get annexed, so we can do upgrades. So basically, that can be a city street, and we can, when I say we, it'll be part of the TIF, we'll do improvements to, basically, hard surface that, curb and gutter, make that a city street.
So I just want to clarify on the H3, H2, on the map there, it kind of looks like that red and blue of the north side of that road, where you
Yes.
would be annexing.
So the south side is already annexed in, because
Okay.
when they platted the
because
south
Windsor-
side,
Windsor
it
Group
came in
owned it.
with the plat.
I just want to make sure we're.
Yes, yes.
on the north
So
side.
it's already annexed into.
So we'll be doing both, we'll be doing the north
So
side.
we'll do the whole road,
Whole
yes.
road now.
We already have the south side though, annexed, because it came in with their plat.
Because it
We're
came
gonna
with.
put
That's
that,
the
yeah.
annexing.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
And then we'll be platting or annexing in the east side of Colton Road.
yes, exactly.
But I don't think the people of the west are going to care.
Huh? No, God, the other ones to the west are not gonna care.
But that's now surrounded by annexed
Your whole
property, so
areas.
doesn't that automatically become part of the
I
city?
don't think we'll hear a peep from them.
If we annex land around
They're
you,
going to be
Yeah.
there.
unless we annex your property, you don't automatically become part of the city.
How about thought that was on the regular.
Well, right now they touch
Mark's
this,
board.
right now they touch part of the city in the back, on the east side.
To get this all in, which it
But we
is.
never forced annexation.
No, yeah.
No.
So it looks like it's way on the east end there. Is there a zigzag?
Yes,
What are you
there
gonna
is.
do there with the, you gonna do the north side of the road difference than the south side?
I think they'll only be, yeah, we're gonna put it diagonal. No, I think they're only gonna be able to go to that south edge. At some future point, you know, as the city continues to grow, I mean, that'll have to be addressed, but it'll only be able to go to the far east side on that south edge. The road will, as far as improvements.
But that 50 feet won't matter.
No, like I said, yeah, it's only about 50 feet, so at this point. Obviously, we know we can't go any further than that on Second Street because it's township on both sides all the way, so, but like I said,
So I
as we
see
go.
they connected the way east side of the road up to East Second Street. Then I see they've got another one down farther south that kind of heads off towards your area there, Mark, going east, but it just stops.
Oh, into the development
Yeah,
itself?
is there gonna be any plan for that to continue on over to Mark's area?
I think the developers have plans within their development to have connecting streets.
But right now, I just, yeah, it is.
Right now it does.
Their road
But
here?
there,
The one that goes over to here and then stops. The road comes in here and then there's a road like this.
Yep.
And then it comes out here and just
It stops in the corner. Yeah, at the end of their property.
Yeah.
yeah.
Eventually, we will come across and tie in
That was on your plans, wasn't it, Mark?
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was on those plans that
That's
Mark
future
had.
phases, so I mean, eventually they'll all connect within the developments, yeah.
I'll be gone, I'll be long gone by then.
Thank you, man. Sorry.
Yeah.
That TIF required it.
Okay,
I need an anchor project, and then we can touch it.
you probably need a vote on this one.
We do, and it would be a recommendation.
Recommendation.
Obviously, annexation goes to the city council.
Council.
It's a recommendation to the city council. Motion would be-
Okay, I need a motion to recommend the annexing of,
The 2025-9,
That's the resolution, yeah.
that's the road, that's
Yep,
what we're
so
going to be
you can recommend-
recommending.
recommending,
Recommend that
yeah.
resolution right there.
I'll make a motion to recommend the annexation resolution number 2025-9.
I'll second that. Wow.
Got a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Vote. Anderson?
Yes.
Espinoza?
Yes.
Graham?
Yes.
Keto?
Yes.
Miles is a yes. All right, old business.
Oh, we got this one.
We've got it rezoned.
I got it rezoned.
And Tony's not even
Sorry
here.
about this,
Conditional
yeah.
use hearing.
Got a lot of yeses tonight, I don't know.
You feel a no coming on?
No?
You're saying I may need to appeal this to the city council?
Kind of feel a no coming on. I don't know.
Conditional use application for the T603 460th Avenue, parcel number 93372, municipal wastewater treatment facility. Teresa?
So this is on our municipal wastewater facility. We are getting close, hopefully, but obviously we are still in construction. So if the board wants to set any conditions or regulations to see happen on this property, I mean, obviously, you guys know a conditional use permit is where you can review a plan if you want to set certain conditions like, would it be fencing, lighting, garbage control? If you've been through this before, you know, that can be set in place at this time. And city as well can follow that. I think we've done a pretty good job of kind of looking at all that stuff, as far as our access points. We have lighting, you know, all through it. We are going to, I mean, obviously, this isn't gonna be a state-of-the-art secure facility, but we're gonna put, you know, gates in along the roadway. There's gonna be one when you first come off of, it comes off of the gravel road by Semcast, that's the entrance point for this. It won't be right when you come in, it'll be right after you come in, because we have to allow access to the farmer to get into the field there. It's a shared access, so it'll be right when you turn south to come into the plant, but there'll be a gate there. You'll come down the driveway, and then right when you get basically to the west end, more towards the plant, there'll be another gate there. We will have some fencing. It'll be a wire fencing of some sort. It's not gonna be chain link. That's gonna be, we hope it's not gonna be unless you guys make it. That's pretty costly. We got a lot of feet there. We're gonna put up some kind of a wire fencing, just for a little deterrent. Currently, there is barbed wire fencing that is already in there along the interstate portion and the west side. That's gonna just stay in there. That's grandfathered in. It's not ours. That's on the property line. And we were just gonna add to that additional wire fencing. Ours will not be barbed because that's not allowed in city limits, but it'll be just a non-barbed wire fencing, just to kind of fit in with already what's currently there. We have streetlights along the access road for safety, for lighting and safety as well there. Garbage, there's gonna be no garbage receptacles outside at all. The dumpsters for the waste are all within the UV building, within our operations building, so none of that is sitting outside. And then, I would say household garbage that we have just for the plant there, we'll probably just have 1 or 2 of them. Those also will be in our shop area, so there will not be any outside garbage on the plant at all there. What else can I tell you about the plant?
What is there for safety just around the lagoon area?
Yeah.
I mean, not lagoon.
So that's over this kind of, this whole fencing is gonna go around this whole complex. There is like where the stairway's getting up into, like where the water is and whatnot, they're chained, locked out. But, it's like our current lagoons now, all you have is a gate before you go into there, and there's nothing around there too.
Yeah. I mean, this is kind of out, it's obviously not right in town, but that was my question, I guess, as far
Yeah.
as access up into.
That's why we
those.
wanted to put in the 2 gates and then some kind of deterrent. I mean, I don't care whatever kind of fencing you have today. If somebody wants to get into the plant, they're gonna get into the plant, but they're, taking that risk. But I do know that there are chains, across like certain walkways or whatnot to limit access currently now without that. And then we're hoping the additional gates and the wire fencing will be a little bit more of a deterrent with them as well.
Obviously, Rice Lake has done a number of these, so.
Yes, they've
Yeah,
done several
ISD has
wastewater
participated.
facilities
Yeah.
on there, so. Like I said, I think they've come up with a good plan for it.
Any cameras?
Yes, we will have security system up there too. They are not installed yet, but that is part of the,
Plan?
that we'll have cameras up there.
This was
Not-
brought before us before, right, and it was tabled?
I'm sorry.
Wasn't this brought before us before and it was tabled?
Yes, Tony.
Yes,
Tabled,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
And
Just
there was some
so we can have
conditions on
second
that
reading of the
table?
rezone.
What was- You know what the conditions were? It needed to be approved by somebody, wasn't it?
No, what was
tabled
tabled is because of the zoning, that's gone, it only went through 1 reading, it's gone through both its readings now, so that's all
City
done.
Council only had 1 reading for the rezoning of it. We didn't want to
Right.
approve this until the second
Second.
reading took place.
And
It was
that's
just,
been done?
Yes, and that was
Yes.
done at their last meeting.
that was the only reason we followed
Okay,
it.
Yeah.
right, that's what I
Yes,
meant.
that was the reason, yeah.
I just
We-
wanna
that
make
was
sure
the reason
whatever we
we-
tabled it for has been fulfilled.
Yep, and, that's been taken care of now, because that, they did that at their last meeting, so it's gone through both readings, that's completely done now, so.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately a chain link fence around that complex would be,
Oh, yeah, I agree.
ideal. I mean, you go to any most industrial places or right, there's a chain link fence, maybe barbed wire on the top, keep
Yep.
people out.
Yep.
We can't have barbed wire in a light industrial.
Something
Yeah.
up there, or just a chain link fence in general,
Right,
right?
right.
Just to keep.
Razor wire.
8 foot.
Someone to catch the
That would be
coordinates.
great.
You'd probably get
Try to
probably
keep
get
our
some
guys
from the prison.
Yeah, I mean, I just think from a city perspective, it would look better with a barrier.
Yeah, yeah, and that.
Agreed.
in future-
Just-
Let's put that condition.
I know it's not gonna be,
Cut up a mile, I think.
there's gonna be a lot of fence.
You don't know, we've already spent a lot of money on this that the citizens aren't really happy with.
I know.
Peanuts now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put another charge on them, I don't think they'll like it, which is what.
crooks can pay for it.
Yeah.
Got that on recording?
I don't know if there's any, I have not heard of any conditions or anything that anybody wants. Has anybody else heard of anything? Or has any
Any
suggestions?
suggestions,
or-
do you think there's something we've missed that,
Well, I too would be concerned about high school kids going out there or transient stopping and, I don't know. The security on the thing, I think.
But
needs
that's
to-
a liability of the city, and they've already vetted that conversation.
right, right,
The
yeah.
design team, so I mean, I don't know that it's.
I mean,
this
that's definitely
board
why
made
we're
that
putting
determination
cameras up or
that
whatnot, because you always have that possibility anywhere, I mean.
What a junkyard dog.
Current lagoon
I think a
system.
junkyard dog would be a good idea.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good
Hey, we
idea.
get a dog.
As long as we have its purpose.
Our new guy, oh, by the way,
As
now
long
you
as
gotta
he
take care
has
of
a
this
pet
dog.
license.
Yeah, there you go.
That's where you can take all the ones that are running free and take them there.
But you need more than a high tensile fence.
Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I don't have any conditions as long as, like Mark said, as long as
We're gonna approve by ISG and
the engineers and
Engineers
Obviously,
help
it's a
design
reasonable
this
design
with,
process, so-
if somebody wants to get in there.
ISD and Rice Lake did this design, yeah.
no, I,
Right, I mean, you can lock the house on night if somebody's wants in, they're gonna get in,
Yeah.
so you just gotta be there ready.
Yep.
So, I don't have any conditions. Does anybody else have any?
I do not.
hearing none.
Hearing no conditions.
He was saying put up,
Do you just
put
get
up
a
no
mo-
trespassing signs, and I think we just do that, yeah.
Yeah,
I
that's a good
mean-
I think we'll
idea. That
just
is
do
a good
that.
idea too. I mean, it sounds silly, but
But it also, I do know that, like, if somebody does trespass, you can't really prosecute them unless you have those signs up, so, yes.
Great.
We'll definitely do that, just on
Yeah,
our, you don't have to make that
cameras
condition, we'll just do it.
Cameras and
Yeah, and our,
no
with our
trust.
storage units, we have to do no trespassing, and then cameras on premises as well. Signage for each of those things.
Yeah.
okay, that's good. Good deter them,
Well, just for,
if they can read.
Yeah.
just so you have.
Well,
We'll just put
Yeah,
those
just so
up,
you
because that
can
is a good
prosecute
idea.
them.
Yeah,
That is a
exactly.
good idea, because if there is issues, you do need those signage. I
We'll
know,
have to
so
write it in
we'll
both
just put them on there.
Spanish and English.
Yeah. we might.
Not in
Right.
cursive, because they can't read cursive.
Oh, no, I can't recursive anymore, yeah. I can't
Just
do that.
normal, no trespassing signs.
That's already been figured out.
Yeah.
My neighbor's got one if you need one.
We'll get it for us.
Talking about
Except for
me.
you.
Do you have, do we need to just recommendation or
So,
just
so
a
if you just
motion?
want to do a motion that you reviewed the site plan and approve it with no conditions, or if you want to add the signs or whatever, I mean, I'm going to do the signs regardless.
Yeah, I mean, I think we just have the signs in there, so for us, it looks like we,
Cover everybody.
yeah.
We did
We want
I
we
think
want
we
the
did something and
signage.
made our paycheck.
Yeah.
No, and I think
And,
that's a good idea.
Any other additional security measures
So it
that
was
the
Paul's
city's
idea.
looking at doing with cameras and such, so. All right. Do I have a motion? No?
I'll make a motion to approve
It's a lot
a
of work.
conditional use application to the wastewater treatment facility with the condition that we get signage on the fence or on the perimeter fence noting no trespassing and cameras on premises.
Got a motion, do I have a second?
I'll second it.
A second? Do we have to vote on this one?
Yep.
Let's do it all in.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Do you want to do an all in favor vote?
If I was
All right, all in favor? Say
Aye.
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 Opposed? Boom, okay. There is no new business. We went through the updates. Does anybody have anything else? Nothing?
Make a motion to adjourn.
I got a motion
I'll second that.
and a second.
I make a motion, go watch Indiana Fever. Win.
All in favor?
Aye, aye,
Boom. That was short.
aye. You did it.
Who do they play tonight?
They played game 5 against the Vegas.
The Aces?